Hello.
Am I muted? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's restart. This is how my day is going. And this is a pretty funny thing because the call is how to get out of a funk, right? Or how to, okay, let's restart. I don't know when you have heard me. Let me,
You may as well start from the beginning, Kiana, because we didn't hear any of it.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you all, and then I'm gonna unmute. I don't understand why. Can you hear me? Okay, that was really strange. Okay, hi guys. Okay, so I really appreciate you hopping on the call because I know that things have not been exactly how they've been planned. This was a planned call for actually last Monday, but something happened with Girl Scouts, and they always throw in these last meetings. Girl Scouts is over, so I've always told you to make sure you put your family first. This last weekend, my daughter on Friday started complaining of a toothache. To make a long story short, she ended up having an abscess, which is very painful, and her whole face swelled up, like her whole side of her face. She ended up getting her tooth pulled this morning. It's been a very much, oh my gosh, Christina, you're a nurse, like just completely like hands-on the entire time. If you look at my social media, like I didn't even post for like 36 hours, which you're like, oh my God, she didn't post, but like maybe you didn't notice, but I noticed. And then I just have a feeling. I'm pretty good with feelings. I'm pretty good with like vibes. And I know that if I'm feeling a certain way, maybe the team's feeling a certain way. And so I just want to reassure you and talk to you about some certain things. And then I just wanted to get you on the call because I love to see your beautiful faces. So what I was saying before, when you probably couldn't hear me, is that if you see a live call posted and in the sense of more than just an hour before, because usually it will be on the calendar, really try to hop on, because I really believe that's where the magic happens in expressing our time with each other. And just really, live is much different. I've always told you that going to a live concert is different than hearing it on the radio. It's the same thing. You can hear it and you can get inspired by it. And I know that we all are busy, and I get that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, if you make it an effort to get on the call, you won't be disappointed, because we're going to have some guest speakers coming up that I think you're really going to love. I have some really cool topics coming up, and I know that we've switched the time and it's been kind of changing, so just do the best you can. I know some of you work, I get it. We will have at least 100% positive one live call a month, I promise you, in the summer, if not more when it comes up. We are going to be doing more live events, so we have another live event. Speaking of, our next live event, Christina did it with me before, and Tabitha and Nicole, and it was awesome, and it was experience, and we had so much fun, and it was exciting. We're doing the same thing on this Wednesday. It's a live event, and we're doing it with Joy Chatterton, Kaylin, I think is her name, Shoop, and Tracy Diato, and myself, okay? So we're doing this live event. It's gonna be the same thing. Please invite. That's what we're gonna talk about a little bit tonight, and then get really excited about it, because here's the thing is, we're taking all the work out for you. Like we are energetic, we are excited. They're gonna be like, the more you share people, your team with people, they understand. It's not just you. So maybe someone that you can relate to, or that you want to be on your team, can relate more with Christina, or maybe it's not like they're going to go sign up with that person. What it does is it's like, oh, they have someone like me on that team. That's cool. I want to be involved with that. Okay. Does that make sense? So I just want to explain to you, let's go right into what we're going to talk about tonight. I really think that you probably hear this all the time, but this business, if you go back to the basics, like when you're struggling, it's when you start to get that this business is not easy, but it's simple, okay? And this is what I really want to talk to you about tonight, is that no one has it all figured out, okay? From the outside looking in, you might look at a 15-star diamond and think, well, they have 15 diamonds and they're making all this money and they have all this volume and their life is amazing. Like, you have no idea how many top coaches I know and I've talked to that struggle just like you, okay? Your rank is not magically gonna make you happier. I want you to understand that, okay? So no one has it all figured out. I'm a normal, everyday person. I struggle just like anyone else. I've been going through a valley, Okay. And I'm being very honest and transparent with you guys. And you might be like, well, why does she have a valley? She just has a new home. Okay. It's nothing to do with the things in your life and the stuff. It's what you're doing on the inside that matters most. It's how you're working on yourself. So in this move that I've been incredibly privileged to moving and having this amazing opportunity, and I don't feel sad. I just feel like I've got away from the basics. Like I haven't done personal development except for today in about 2 weeks. Ding, 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 ding. That is a problem. Okay. And I tell you that because like I've done personal development every single day for 4 years. It's not coincidence that I'm feeling kind of like down and just like in this funk, and I don't understand why it was happening. So I want you to understand that not everyone figures it out. Okay. I'm still trying to figure this out. I still feel like a hot mess half the time. I have a large team underneath me. I am a combined 9-star diamond coach, and I still struggle. Okay. So just know that you're not going to wake up tomorrow, be a diamond and be like, yay, I figured it out. Or a star diamond all of a sudden think that you have it all figured out. What am I trying to say is that you have got to figure this business out for yourself. What works for you? I'm trying to do the same thing. And in 4+ years, it's a continuous process of learning about yourself. I'm really being forever grateful that this business has allowed me to work on my coping skills, because I know that you guys, for some reason in your life, you may feel down and you don't know why you feel down sometimes, or you may just feel like off, or you may just feel like you're struggling. Like we have got to learn how to deal with that. So how do you get out of a funk, or how do you get out of when you feel like a mess? Okay. Or when you feel like a hot mess. I'm forever grateful because I have to push in this business and get out of my comfort zone and still do the daily behaviors of what this business, how I've created a successful business in order to get out of my funk. And so you might be like, what is she talking about? Okay. This business, you guys, is built on momentum. It's like sometimes you're throwing a rock up a hill. You are throwing a rock up a hill. Okay. And when you lose your focus or motivation, for me, it's having meltdowns, like my business feeling harder than what it should like, feeling unmotivated lately. I feel like you have to keep pushing that rock up the hill. Okay. One of the things that I know that why some days I feel like, okay, I'm done, throw my hands up. Like my success partner and I have a saying, I'll quit today, but I won't quit tomorrow. You can quit today, but you don't quit tomorrow. Why is that? Because I'm not a quitter, and I'm going to show up tomorrow. And you may have a day that you're struggling, but you're going to get back up and do it better tomorrow. Right. And that's something that I want you to understand, that if you're feeling like you're pushing a rock up a hill, you're very close to breaking through. Okay. I want you to understand that. We all feel this way. You are not alone on this team. If you're struggling to make Success Club, if you're struggling to find the hours to work, if you're struggling where you're having a bad month, a bad day, a bad freaking year, like this year, you guys, let me tell you where I ended last year. 5-star diamond elite. Guess where I'm going to end this year? 6-star diamond. And elite, hopefully. Okay. I'm trying to push myself that way. That will be my 3rd year elite in a row. I only advanced 1 diamond this year because I'm a combined 9, but my diamonds fall in and out. And that's just how this business is. I am responsible for encouraging them, pushing them to get to their goals. But we are all pushing. If this business was easy, we'd all be 15-star diamonds. We'd all make all this money in the world and we'd all be here forever. But the business is challenging in the sense that you got to do the basics and you got to go back to the basics. Okay. And a lot of people aren't willing to put in the time before they see the results. Does that make sense? A lot of people are like, hey, I want to be a 15-star making all my bonuses, and I want to help 20, have a team of 500 people, and I want to be a 5-star diamond, or whatever. Do you know how much work it takes to get there? Are you willing to put in the time? Because I've had a lot of crappy days and a lot of times where I've had to say, okay, like this moment right now where I have to buckle up. So this morning I woke up. Well, that's not true. I was supposed to wake up, as I told Christina this morning. I had this plan yesterday. I'm going to wake up. Because my husband started waking me up at 5:30. If the alarm goes off, he knows that's my time. I'm waking up. 5:30 gives me about 2 hours before the kids wake up. So I want to do my business in the morning. I haven't been doing that. That's another thing that I need to go back to the basics for me. If I feel like I've had an up and down year. But here's the difference is I'm not discouraged. I'm not down and I'm not discouraged. I know what I need to do. Does that make sense? Last year or 2 years ago, I maybe didn't know what I needed to do. Maybe last couple of years ago, I was like, oh my God, here, let me lay it on the line for you. I have to practice on being grateful. because this business has forced me to do things I know that are critical in my life to get out of a funk in just everyday life. Okay. Number one, I have to ask myself, like, if you're in a moment where you're struggling, I want you to ask yourself these questions. What are you doing for yourself right now? Okay. Are you growing yourself right now? Because more often than not, the way that your business grows is a direct proportion to how much you're growing. Let me repeat myself. If your business is not growing the way you want it to be, you got to work on yourself more. You got to work on yourself 10x more than what you want to. And that's not easy sometimes. That's why there's not thousands of multimillionaires in this world, or thousands of people that are 15-star diamonds. It takes a little bit of hard work. Okay. So this business, I'm forever grateful because it's forced me to do the things that I know get me out of my funk on an everyday basis. It makes me work on myself every single day. So today I listened to 2 hours of personal development. 2 hours, you guys. And I still probably have to listen to 2 hours more before I go to bed. That's what I'm talking about. If you're telling yourself, well, I listened to 9 minutes of personal development and I don't feel amazing, listen to 99 more, because that's what you're going to do to be willing to get yourself out of your funk. Okay. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing for yourself? Okay. Are you listening to, I'm going to be honest, like personal development, I didn't believe in it before. It was like, oh gosh, all these top coaches are telling me to do this personal development. I'm like, that's a bunch of funk. But let me tell you, the year I went from like 0 star to 5 stars, the year that I invested in myself every single day for hours and hours and hours. The year that I see the months that I see most of my coaches growing, most of my coaches putting themselves out there, the times where I see myself growing the most is when I am diving so deep into personal development, nothing can get me down. Yes, I can have a funky day like today and things don't go right. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I haven't even worked out and it's 12:30 in the afternoon. This is like insanity. But I have to go back to growing myself. So Facebook can feel when you're not doing personal development. Let me repeat myself. Facebook, Instagram, all the things that you think that where you put yourself out there, they can feel it. Your energy oozes out of you when you are positive and infectious. And this last 2 weeks, I've been like, I got nothing. I don't have anything to post about. And then JJ's like, Kiana, let's talk about this. Like he had to be my counselor the last 2 weeks, by the way. Like what is going on? What is going on? What's going on in your life? Okay. So like, if you don't know, I moved into this house, but my husband also works a full-time job. He works 50 hours a week, almost 40 to 50 hours at this computer. And then in the meantime, he would finish his work and go straight to the other house to work on that house until that house was on the market. So he literally was dead tired every day and grumpy and angry because he had to figure this stuff out. I'm grumpy and angry because now I have 3 kids all day long, every single day, trying to build my business. Okay. You guys feel me? You guys understand what's going on? Okay, now he finishes that project and now he's decided that he needs to go to the beach and finish a fireplace project. So now he was gone all last weekend and then the weekend before. And I'm about ready to pull my hair out and punch someone in the face. And let's just be honest. Like I kept telling myself, I know what I need to do, but I wasn't doing it. So what I'm telling you right now is I have to go back to growing myself. And so today is the best that I have felt in 2 weeks. Is that ironic? No, it's because I did personal development. Okay. So in my energy, I'm getting more likes on my posts. I'm getting more comments on my posts because my energy is oozing on Facebook again. Because here's the deal. Let me get this straight. For 2 weeks, I didn't quit, you guys. Like I still post. I'm still honest with my challengers. I'm still putting myself out there. I'm just not as peppy and infectious. Okay. I just don't attract the person that I need to when I'm not doing my personal development. So go back to, okay. So make sure you're focusing on yourself. And a big part of that is going back to your workouts. Okay. You have got to be proof the product works. Being a proof the product works is not for you to sell a challenge pack. It's not for you to make all this money. It's for you to freaking show up in your own damn life and to prove to yourself that these workouts can change you and that they can create you and mold you into the person that you know you can be. I am telling you right now that I've had tough months. Okay. Well, I pushed play today and I cried. I cried in my workout and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And I'm doing all my push-ups and my dripping sweat and I'm a hot, sweaty mess. But I cried because I knew that it was the thing that I needed to do for myself. Okay. So you have got to coach yourself first. And not only that, I went live. My daughter wants to say hi. Hello. Hi. I went live today. Country heat, hot mess. hot mess. I don't even care. It was so bad. But whatever. I went live because I'm being brave and put myself out there. If you know me, I'm R&B. I'm not country. Okay. But I shared like why I'm restarting the 21-day fix. Who just restarts the 21-day fix? Oh, a lot of people do, but no one ever talks about it. No one ever says that they screwed up. Well, I did. I screwed up. I ate 17 Oreos 2 days ago. Double stuffed. My idea of dinner has consisted of whatever I open up the fridge and everything to eat. I know what I need to do. I need to meal plan. So I meal planned on Sunday. I got it back together. I recommitted myself. I am feeling so much better today than I did last week, not because someone told me I was awesome or because I sold a challenge back, but because I put myself back in it. I decided to coach myself first. So I'm asking you, are you coaching yourself first? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you making fun of me, Christine? Because I'm using my hands because I do that all the time. Stop it. Okay. Anyhow. Okay. So number one, no one has it all figured out. Don't think that we do. And I'm going to keep talking with my hands. Okay. Number two, focus on what you're doing for yourself. Go back to being a proof the product works. Okay. Because that is when your endorphins start to rush. I know you've all heard you're one workout away from a good mood. It is so true. It is so true. And here's another thing that I'm doing. I'm not just pushing play like I was the last 2 weeks, because I pushed play the last 2 weeks, but I wasn't trying very hard. I'd be like, oh, I'm tired. Or, oh, Makani, come here. You pooped your pants. Okay, yay. I can change you. I can stop the workout. Or like, whatever. Or like, I was just like dilly-dallying around. Today, I freaking started and finished and pushed my heart into it every single minute. And I was so dang proud of myself. Okay. There's a difference. So put your heart back into your workouts. Okay. Here's the thing. One of the things I want to tell you right now is we focus. One of the things I've been struggling with is focusing on these big lofty goals. Okay. Yes. I want to be a 10-star diamond. I want to help 10 diamonds on my team show themselves that they can help more people and build these teams. But it's not just about being 10-star to me. I want to create momentum on our team to show others that they can do the same thing. Okay. But I was like, what am I missing here? Because I have diamonds popping in and diamonds popping out. I'm going from honest to God 9-star qualifying to 5-star and 7-star to 6-star and 4-star to whatever. And JJ lost his diamond and all these different stuff. What I realized is I have to focus on the small steps to getting to my big goal. Okay. Here's the deal. I want you to listen. If you hear anything from this call, you've got to go back to the basics of your business. And that is by basically what we call every single month going emerald again and again and again. If you can get back to the basics of adding 2 coaches to your organization and go emerald, it's called happily emerald after. Okay, it's our new term we're going to talk about, happily emerald after. I'm going to celebrate anyone on this dang team that signs 2 coaches and goes emerald every single month. Do you know why? Because that's the way I've grown my business. I look back at it and go, I am going to be real. I don't sign 20, 15, even 10 coaches a month. You might think that all of these people are falling into my lap. No, I make sure I'm consistent by adding 2 to 4 coaches every single month in my business. That is what I do. And I go happily emerald after. Okay. And we're going to light it up. We're going to start celebrating that because that is huge every single month. Does that take a little bit of pressure off of you? You do not need to sign 20, 30, 40 coaches, 10 coaches, 15 coaches. What I love most about this business is that I can find 2 people that I can invest in and still grow my business. I can find 2 people that I get super excited about and that I can help. I am not a top recruiter. I've never been a top recruiter. Okay. My idea is quality. Oh, thank you, sissy. Quality over quantity. All right. Is that if I can, the reason that our coaches and our team is so big is because a lot of us, you may feel like it sometimes lately, but a lot of us are sticking around for the long haul. We're not quitting because we love the heck out of each other. We're lifers because we choose quality. We don't have to sign 17 coaches a month to feel significant. We can sign 2, okay, coaches a month, and we can help 3 people a month in a challenge group. All right. So stop worrying about 20 challengers and focus on 3 people. 3 people a month. Go back to the basics. And then when I started thinking that yesterday or this morning when I was doing personal development, I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. I'm worrying about adding all these coaches because I got myself in the comparing game again. Oh my gosh, I need to do this X, Y, and Z. When in reality, I just need to sign 2 to 5 coaches a month, and I'm good with that. And that's what I'm going to go do. And do you know how cool that is? That you can really. Here's the thing: is I think we downplay the significance of what it means to help a person. We think, oh, but I only helped 2 people or 3 people this month. And all of a sudden they don't matter. Those 2 people don't matter. Will you stop and let yourself realize that if you help 1 person a month, that is amazing and you're changing the course of their life? You need to be excited about helping those 2 or 3 people a month, and that will catch a ripple effect. It will light a fire. You don't create a big storm or a big, I guess what you would call gigantic, I can't think of the word right now, fire, bonfire with just, zip it, Christine, a bonfire with just like all of a sudden you start a fire, it becomes this big gigantic fire. No, it starts with a little match. You've got to be that match. You've got to add wood little at a time, 2 people every single month. So stop stressing over numbers, focus on the magic of 3. And yes, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to lay it on the line. Okay. Yes, making Success Club matters because you're helping 3 people a month. Make it non-negotiable. I don't care how many people you have to talk to. I don't care how hard it feels. You are going to feel so much better when you know you've put yourself out there and you've invested and you started to grow your business. Okay. If you want to grow your business and you want to do it in a successful way, you got to make Success Club. Okay. So but you don't have to make hundreds of numbers. It's not about being the top of the top. If you want to, that's great. That's great. Okay. But just know it just takes Success Club 5 or 10 helping people each month. Okay. So this is the cool thing about this business. My coping skills have completely changed. Before, in the past 4 years ago, I think I would have been in a funk and just been in a funk and ate ice cream. And I would have traveled that Oreo addiction to probably like 7 days in a row. And I would have worked out because I've always been kind of a worker-outer, but kind of honestly half-ass. And I just wouldn't have put myself out there. But I know that I can take care of my body and I can feel amazing. I know that I can put in the work with my mind and I can change the way that I'm feeling. I know that if I put the work in myself, it's going to affect my business the most. So you have got to be the beginning of the chain, okay? You got to love yourself first so that you can create more chain, a chain link fence. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
I really like the show.
Okay, seriously. Okay, I gotta finish my call. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, stop. Okay, I gotta finish my call. You want to say one thing to them?
Yeah.
What's something motivating you can say to them?
I really like the hair and
You really like their hair?
Huh?
Okay. Uh-huh.
it's pretty.
Oh, you like Christina, your face is on there. He says he likes your hair. Okay. And then what else?
You guys are awesome and I believe in you.
Okay. See you later. Okay. Sorry, guys. Pause. Okay. So going back, you got to be the beginning chain. And I thought of this as, we try to hop to the 7th or 8th link. And that's not how it works. We have to be the one that is beginning chain. We have to be the one that's taking care of ourselves first and our mind and body. And I know for a fact that's where I have been lacking in the last month or 2. And the same excuses that everyone has. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I don't have enough time. I'm trying to fix this other house, unpack this house. All the kids are home for the summer. Everyone's driving me crazy and I don't have time. Okay, that's what I tell myself. But then all of a sudden I realize I do have time. This gives me life. This gives me energy. I have a team. I got to wake up earlier. I got to go to bed earlier. I got to continue to put myself out there. Okay. So you got to be at the beginning of the chain and take care of yourself first and love yourself first. When this starts feeling like a job, you're not doing enough personal development. Okay. You have until I start loving myself.
Mom,
Stop. Not anymore.
Mom,
Not funny anymore.
It's time to
No,
go.
you're going with Daddy.
It's time to
Okay. Go upstairs. You're going with Daddy. Get your pants on, please, and your socks. Okay.
Okay, time to go.
Duncan, I've told you 3 times. When it starts feeling like a job, I realize that I just haven't done enough personal development. Because as much as, however, like don't be fooled in the sense of this is work and it takes effort to get to where you want to go. But it's also amazing that we get to work on ourselves and we get to help other people and we get to inspire a nation or hundreds and thousands of people. Honestly, potential is endless. And we can make money doing this and we can change our own lives. That's amazing. Okay. But don't forget why you started, and don't forget that if you're struggling, it's all about your amount of personal development and how much you're willing to grow yourself. Because I haven't grown much the last month or two. And that's where I'm struggling, because I'm on a constant journey. I never arrive at where I want to go. I want to keep learning. I want to keep growing. I want to keep failing, because then that means at least I'm trying. If I don't fail, that means I'm not trying at all. And then that's really sucks, right? So love from yourself is infectious, and that leads to helping other people. Okay. Other people that will be attractive to other people. Energy is infectious, but that all comes from the growth of yourself and really working on the inside. Okay. So this month, I want you just to simply think about finding the three people in your life that you can help. Okay. Just focusing on 3 people, not 20, not 100, not more than the person that you're trying to compete against, because it doesn't matter. Just finding the 3 people, hitting Success Club each month, maybe flipping challengers into coaches, making those your 2. Okay. And just doing that consistently every month. Rome was not built overnight, and either is your business. But also, I'm telling you right now, your mind is a muscle. And if you don't work on it every single day, and if you don't work on it when you're really struggling, if you don't work on it when you're in a funk, nothing's going to change. I promise you that right now. Okay. So go back to the basics. All right. Go back to the basics of realizing that not everyone has it figured out, and we're all hot messes like me. Okay. And that it's okay to own up to that. It's okay to say that you're struggling, but it's not okay to quit, because you're quitting on yourself. All right. Number 2, if you're feeling like a mess, go back to, or just feeling a funk, go back to what we just talked about. Go back to start building a momentum, which again, the rock is going up the hill, but you're going to get to the top, you guys. And and when you have things that go well, when you have someone that messages you and says, you completely changed my life, or you have someone out of the blue that says, I'm ready, or if you have a person that says, this business, thank you so much for inviting me to the coach opportunity, this business is amazing, that is a ripple effect that is just like, you get this rush of just energy that is so infectious. Okay. We have an opportunity in our hands that is amazing. Okay. But I don't think a lot of us realize that. And I say that because I run sneak peeks every month. I run these live opportunity events, and I'm seeing the same people in those groups, meaning that newer coaches and some coaches that are struggling aren't inviting. So you have got to understand that this is a gift that we're giving to people, but you got to give the gift to yourself first. And if you don't give the gift to yourself, you have nothing to give to anyone else. You have nothing. So you have to work on yourself so that you can go back to growing, and you can go back to growing your business as proportionate to how you're going to grow your mind. Okay? Make sense? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take away from the call, just understand that you go back to the basics of going happy, enrolled after. 2 coaches to your team every single month. Make that non-negotiable. Then you're going to grow your business. Now, here's the deal. You can't just be like, oh, I added 2 and then never talk to those people again. Like, you got to get them involved in the team and get them excited. Okay. But do your thing and at least give yourself a chance and add those 2 people. Make Success Club non-negotiable. Stop worrying about so much the numbers and start worrying about helping people. Stop showing up for yourself. Just be infectious. Don't worry about X, Y, and Z. Worry about yourself and get excited about that. Start going back to sharing your story, breadcrumbing your story, sharing your struggles, showing up every day. So I'm going to be posting in the team page every day, and I'm going to ask you an accountability post every day, okay, through the end of the month. And I'm going to ask you how you chose to take care of your mind and body today, and how you chose to share that with other people. Okay. So again, how are you a proof? How are you working on yourself? And how are you proof that that you're moving forward? How did you grow your mind today? Okay. Because I really think that matters. All right. So I hope that this helps inspire you just a little bit, get you out of your comfort zone, and just know that we all have funkalicious days and moments, and maybe you feel like you're in a funk for like 2 or 3 months. Like, I want you to know you have control, but you cannot just do personal development for one day and think it's going to matter. Like, you've got to do it consistently, effort over time, again and again and again, until you have that fire in your belly and that confidence has been laid, the foundation. Maybe, see, for me, I'm confident in I love myself enough and I'm confident in myself enough that I know I'm going to make this happen. I know I'm going to figure it out. I don't have all the answers as to how I'm going to figure it out, but I'm going to. And that's a lot different than I was 4 years ago. Does that make sense? Like, I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, my life is in doom. I just feel like, Kiana, you got to get it together. You got to get up in the morning early. You got to focus on yourself, and you got to continue to inspire yourself first so that your team can be inspired. Because I feel like when I'm down, or my team is down, and I can tell. And so I'm going to be honest with you that the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. Okay, meaning where we are right now, I take full responsibility of where I am. And when I'm struggling, I know you are. I just know that that's the truth. Okay, so I want you to know I'm in it with you. I'm in the trenches with you. I'm inviting, I'm sharing my story. I'm putting myself out there, but I cannot do that at all without you guys and our empowerment of this team, and without continuing to work on myself. Okay, so I believe in you guys. I want you to focus on small goals. I want you to put yourself out there. Focus on being grateful what this opportunity has done for you, and really go back to the basics, because that's what has changed me and really helped me in the last 4 years. I've been around the block or two, right? Okay, we're gonna open it up for messages or calls or questions. Let me unmute you all, and then I'll let you guys go because I know it's late. Okay, guys, any questions or comments? Please talk to me.
I loved how you broke it down and made it so simple. Like, I totally agree with you that we overcomplicate everything by like getting overwhelmed with all the things that we have to do. But like you said, like this self-care part of it is so huge. And I really feel like you said, when you feel low and you're in a funk, it's because we're not taking care of ourselves. Like, we're giving so much to everybody else that we get really like, we're drained and we've got nothing. And then we realize we're not doing anything for ourselves. And so I love that you said that, because for me, like a big part of my own self-care is to meditate and do personal development. They're my things that I get to do for me. And that's what I try to do first thing in the morning. And if I'm not doing either of those things first thing in the morning, I really feel like it has a really big effect.
Right.
So I love that. And I also love that you called it, what was it? The Magic Lives Club? What was that? What did you call it again? I love Emerald Ever After.
Happily Emerald After.
Yeah, I like that. But there was the other one with the Magic Lives or something. Anyway,
I like 3 Lives Club. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's something magic.
I don't know. I said something magical.
It was really good. I liked it. I like magic. Magic is good.
I feel a lot of things magical.
That's right,
they just great out of me. My magical
unicorn, spirit fingers, get it going on.
Spirit fingers. Oh my gosh! Did you guys try Country Heat today? Hot freaking mess. Who tried Country Heat? Raise your hand. Anyone? What? Where'd my peoples at? Oh, Lisa, I know you were busting out your Country Heat in the kitchen, okay? Okay, seriously, I was giggling the entire time. I couldn't stop. Did you see my video? I was giggling so much. It was like echoing through my hall. And then I felt like I was being too sexual because these moves were like, hey. And I was like, what in the hell? And then the comments, like I wasn't reading the comments. So after then I was dying about the comments because they were like, I think you're making up your own move, which was totally true. But if you don't have fun with it, how can you push yourself out of your comfort zone? I think that's the biggest thing. Like I totally made an absolute hot disaster of me, but I got people talking about it, right? That's the biggest thing. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is I do want to say on the team calls, I want to make sure we're shouting out new coaches that join the team that are on the call. So if you know one of your coaches is going to be on the call and they're a new coach, or if you have a coach on the call right now that's a new coach, please shout them out because that's a big thing. So I'm shouting out Kimmy. She is a new coach on our team. Kimmy and I have been talking for 4 years. She's probably one of the first person I talked to. I told her she'd be an amazing coach 4 years ago, but she denied me and was mean to me. Just kidding, she wasn't. She just needed to take her own time, and she's already coaching, and I'm so happy she's on our team. So Kimmy, thank you for being on the call. Anyone else have any new coaches on the call? Christina, go ahead. Christine, can you hear me? You just raised your hand. I mean, I don't know what. Okay, can you unmute yourself? Are you unmuted? I can't hear you.
It's probably because of their headphones.
Take your headphones off. Take your headphones off. Yeah, now you can hear you. Okay, who's on the call? Who's on the call?
My apologies. You're going to hear soccer. Melissa and Josh are newer coaches on my team. Melissa's like brand new, and she's rocking it. So
Thank you.
Awesome, Melissa. Cool. Okay. Nirmala? How do you say that? Nirmala?
Yes, Nirmala.
Who's your coach?
Adina, she couldn't be here tonight.
Oh, cool. Hi, I've never seen you. Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the call.
Thank you. You're doing a great job. You're a great role model.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. See? That's going to create a ripple.
I've watched your videos on YouTube, and now I'm talking to you in person, so I'm happy that I'm making progress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Josh, cool. Thanks for being on the call. Have you been on the call before? Okay, cool. Thanks for being on the call.
him and his wife are rocking it.
Awesome. So you guys, so the cool thing about this business, it's like in our hands. Like, and I think that that's what's so cool is like, don't wait for Joe there to tell you what to do. Do it yourself. Just work on yourself every day. And the cool thing about this is that everyone has our own journey. We can share it the way that we want, and we can breadcrumb each day and talk about it. I'm not saying that if you have a bad day, you can't say you had a bad day. I'm saying learn something from that flipping bad day and turn it into something positive. Okay? Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the call tonight. I really appreciate it. We're going to do these leadership calls and make sure, and these future leadership calls will also include a little bit more business. Like we're going to talk about, looking at sponsorship drill down and back office and like ways focusing on like how you hit elite, that kind of stuff. I want to make sure you know that, but I really think we need to do this pick me up on our team. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. I cannot believe Summit is about 5 weeks away. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna squeeze some of your faces and your butt cheeks and get so excited. Okay, Josh, I won't squeeze your butt. I will get so excited about meeting you guys. So if you have any questions or comments, post in the team page. But I'm gonna post the recording, and then I love that I hear kids in the background because it's not my only kids that are like screaming upstairs. I love that. For me, that and when I post the recording, if you can tag your coaches or just write your biggest your one biggest takeaway from the call, because what that does is that's like, oh, I want to listen to it now. Let's make sure that I think that's really helpful. So I'll post the team recording in the team page. If you can post your biggest takeaway from the call, that would be really helpful. And I really appreciate you guys being on the call tonight. You guys have an awesome night. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Good night.
Bye-bye.